Hey guys, Cell here, and welcome back to some more Fate Grand Order. Apparently now, I believe, Lost Spell 2 is out right now. I don't know if it is, because we haven't finished Lost Spell 1, but I'm judging by the fact that Part 2, Chapter 2, Lost Spell Number 2, The Eternal Ice Fire Country, Goter Damerung, The Good Fellow of Everlasting Flame. Release date is the 23rd at 3 p.m. PDT. At least I think it's 3 p.m. and not 3 a.m. Actually, they do the 2400 thing. Okay, so yeah, it's 3 a.m. Which means that it should be out? Should. So, in order for us to get the 10 free sync wards of this, it was until July 2nd. I have until July 2nd to finish the rest of Lost Spell 1. And now, I'm going to use 2 tickets. One here. I had 16 tickets. You better not have just used one of mine. You better not have. You did not use any of my tickets. Okay, good. Okay, good. Use one ticket here. Just to say that we did in fact try to summon on the banners. Assassin Jing K. Alright. Now that was us rolling on Napoleon's banner. Now, Sigurd and Valkyrie. One ticket, and that's it. Servanto, Casta, Medea. Okay. And that is all that we are going to be doing on this banner. I don't really care about getting Sigurd. I kind of want Valkyrie, but I think Valkyrie is a permanent servant on the banners after this banner is over. Sigurd, I'm pretty sure he's not. I think. But I've also heard him called Kaiba. Because I'm assuming he's a Japanese voice actor for Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! I believe. So yeah, that's nice, but I'm not gonna roll for him. I used 2 tickets, one for the other one for that one. That's all. Now that we've done that, we have section 12. There's 3 parts to this section, and I think there's 22 sections to this Lost Spell. Which means if we can do this one and then the next one, there will be 6 more episodes in total, or 5 maybe, depending on how many there are, until we manage to finish this Lost Spell. And also, I kind of really like the new game engine update, because now it shows you which servants are actually powerful in this battle. Casters to beat assassins, archers to beat sabers. And it shows that berserkers are strong, yes, but they're also weak because they take, what was it, 2 times extra damage? I like that a little bit there, although it's kind of like they're babying you a little bit by having you not really learn it yourself. But it's perfectly fine. Now, Ishtar. Right here. Swap Jack there, then go to Okita Orita. Where are you? There you are. Jack, you already max bonds, so let's just swap you with Fujino. Swap you there. And let's go. been a while since I've been able to actually record this, since I've had so much I needed to edit. Ready to go sell? I have already sent soldiers on ahead to take up positions around the city. We will begin by eliminating the Oprishniki of occupying the city, then we may start the negotiations with the mayor. He will likely grow more unwilling to negotiate if the battle drags on, so we must attack swiftly and decisively to break the rules. Oh yeah, we were going to attack Potsy's hometown for some rations for battle. That's what we were doing. Alright, let's go. Straight into battle, I like it. It's less I need to talk, which means that my voice might not die before we finish this episode. I mean, literally, I am all for these stories going faster. Mainly because I get to enjoy them at a faster rate. And it'll make it to where we can finish Lost Spell 1 definitely before July 2nd. Which means we get those Freed Saint Quartz to go towards a banner which may and or may not get us who we want. I don't really want to say anything just in case I jinx it. So yeah. I'll still keep what happened to me on JP on that banner quiet until the banner comes out. Which, ultimately speaking, since Lost Spell 2 is out now, I think, again. Still don't entirely know. That means that the anniversary should technically be close. Then the anniversary banners that come with it. AKA, we might be able to see a little something something happen in the banners. And I've already said what happened to me and JP on the banner. I'm pretty sure I showed it a long freaking time ago. So if anyone can find it, sure, go ahead. I think... I don't know. Was it back when we were doing the very first summon? No? Was it? Again, it could be either one of our regular episodes or it could be in one of the banners. I think it might be in an episode, in which case 100 plus something episodes. Yeah, I'd say really good luck trying to find it. As I cannot for the life of me remember what episode it was. I can't. I'm literally drawing a blank as to what the heck episode that was. I mean, I guess technically speaking, you can cross-reference like which servant it was, which obviously you guys should know what servant I'm talking about at this point. Cross-reference that with the time of when the episode came out, and then you might be able to see narrow it down from there. Whatever episode that's close to when that first came out, it's possible, yeah, it's possible to at least figure out a little bit of how close we are. Oh, hey, thanks for the snowflower. My guess is it somewhere around like episode 60 something? I don't know. I think it was a little bit further in. Maybe not. Man, this is gonna drive me to freaking insane. Jesus. Thank you, Masha. Wait. They did it. Wow. This is some quality of life crap right here. You come here to get your fragments and you can instantly just go to Fragment Exchange. And it tells you how many Saint Quartz I'll get out of the exchange. We have enough for 7. I already like this quality of life change. Now, this is the only thing I've seen that's different. There's no way they added a more to the second archive, right? I would really love it if they did, but I highly doubt they did. Let's see, second archive. Oh my god. They did it! They finally did it! We can now go to 300 slots! Hell yeah! Can you bring it to 400? Please? Because I still have a lot of crap that I need to dump. But, yep, they did it. I just took a freaking guess. Hallelujah. I am extremely happy that they did that. Wait. The last one cost 12, right? Why the heck does this one cost 2? I mean, I'm not really gonna question it, but sure. The fact that this is half AP means that we can actually bolster our way through a lot of this. That's if my voice doesn't die before we actually manage to get to the end. Etchan, let's go. Let's do this. This person's gonna have a break for it, aren't they? Huh. Boss, took out the last of the Oprichniki. Who are you, P? We are those who have sworn to defy Ivan the Terrible and the Oprichniki oppressive regime. It's the rebel army. You all knew about the Yaga suffering in the frontier, yet you still kowtowed to the Oprichniki and told them about the Yaga who had fled. I understand it is the Yaga way to submit to the strong, and that is what you must do to survive. But there is a price for the choices you have made, and now it is time for you to pay that price. Bring us 60% of the food you have stored. Over half our stock? You can't be serious. We're all starved to death. I know a lie when I smell one. You can hand over 70% and still be just fine. What? That's absurd. As long as you lot do not eat greedily, that is. Did you really think you could fool me? I have heard all about how some Yaga communities have essentially separated into nobility and commoners. How foolish. In this frigid tundra, any Yaga who does not receive a fair share of food cannot hope to survive. Did you honestly think you could form a nobility caste whose only role is to sit around and grow fat? You misunderstand. We would never think to even establish a nobility not sanctioned by the Tsar. All we did was divide our roles. Weaklings like the old, the sick, and the orphans are weeded out, leaving the warriors to protect the city and the rest of us to keep it running. That's how we've kept the city safe all these years. Warriors keeping the city safe. The only thing they're keeping safe is the demonic beast colonies. I also know how they've been shooting Yaga from other villages who happen to cross their path. Shut your mouth, you furless freak. There was demonic beast Iroquois. What an idiot. Ugh. I am speaking to your mayor. Stay out of this. Wait, please, you win. We'll bring you the food. But please, at least take no more than 30, no 40%. 50%, give us half your food and we'll leave your city in peace. I assure you, this will not be a regular occurrence. Our current circumstances are unusually dire. I hope you can understand, Mayor. Very well. I understand that Atalanta went on the offensive to discourage them from resisting, but she may have gone a bit too far. Holmes? Hostility is running high in the rebel army right now. You can see it in their eyes. Oh yes, I can tell. I know that glare all too well. I have seen it tamed my way many a time. And yet you're still standing. It must have been hard for you. Don't you pity me? Being envied is the mark of a successful man. It wasn't hard for me at all. Foe, fight, foe. Foe wishes you luck. Don't you tell me that, you cursed little monster. This is the thanks I get for sharing my bacon with you every morning. So for the moment, this hostility remains relegated to tongue-clicking and spitting in disgust. However, it will take about a single spark to ignite the conflagration. Be careful, Miss Cell. Master! Shut up. I barely bumped into him. How can you say that? He's only a child. We're in a hurry here. I don't have time for this shit. Both of you, just settle down. How dare you all revolt like this? It was the Tsar who made it possible for us to survive in this world. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him, you ingrates. Shut up. You know what it's like having to watch the Oprichniki murder your little sister. They trampled her with their black horses until her body was just a red smear on the ground. Only because she was weak and deserved to die. Both of you, stop it. Enough. This conversation's over. Get back, yeah, I mean you too. Damn it. Are you okay, Marsh? Yes, I'm alright. I'm only watching from a distance after all. It's just, this must be so hard. There aren't clearly defined lines between two sides, but have their own justifiable reasons for the choices they made. Yeah. It's the Oprichniki. The Oprichniki are here. Huh? Reinforcements? Everyone, get your rifles ready. Prepare for combat. I give the orders here. Your rifles stay where they are now. Hurry and get the food out of here. Well, thank goodness. I knew the Tsar hadn't forsaken us. This is the end for you, traitorous rebels. Trouble in Fyodor Oprichniki will wipe out every last one of you. Are you an idiot? What do you think is going to happen here? Your people will be caught in the crossfire. Huh. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. There will be a massacre, just like Avoca Bone feared. We were hoping to minimize losses on both sides, but now, it seems the opposite will be accomplished. What do we do? Our only option is to head out as quickly as possible, face the Oprichniki far away from the townspeople. But even then, I'm afraid it will be fiendishly difficult to stop them completely. I only hope Avoca Bone makes it here in time. Billy, I'm counting on you. Yes, we're just gonna have to do what we can to stop him. Let's go. I've already forgotten the voice I tried to give Billy. Dang it. It so annoys me every time that happens. Here come no Oprichniki master. Please be careful. Hostile rebels spotted defying the Tsar. We will mow them down and return them all to dust. Let's do this, Cell. I'll hold them off just as long as I can. Oh, Jesus! 100 Oprichniki! 100 Oprichniki!
寝てないぞ。寝てた。 寝てないぞ。
So I probably should have brought, you know, tanky units, people that, you know, have a lot of damage. People that can survive a long drawn-out fight. This hurts. This really hurts. Just 3 out of 100, 97 to go. This scares me. This undeniably, literally freaking scares me. How many freaking of them do I have to take out? Well, how many turns do I have to last? Thank you, Ed-chan, for being able to do that. Slaughtering infantry leader. Maybe we just have to take out the leader?
行こう。それで
At this point, that's all I can hope for.
魔人の真二つの魔。罠だ。
Alright, Ed-chan.
これでいい。
I hope by all that's holy you can do this. Classic Cannibal.
あ、この時を待っていました。はっ。逃さん。オルトリアクター臨界突破。我が暗黒の攻防で素粒子に帰る。クロスカリバー。
This is so ridiculous, man. Holy freaking crap.
それ了承。くらえ。
We done yet?
魔人パワー全開。
No, seriously, are we done yet?
本気出してしまう。
'Cause this is freaking nuts. Heal yourself. Second, Mercury
我
Sundown.
がそういうことか。
Hopefully this noble phantasm can take out the other two Operation-Iki.
三個を束
Oh
ねて
yeah, it definitely did.
無給三段。
And there goes the break bar of this one. It's been 6 turns so far. Battle finish. Oh, thank God. Oh, holy crap, that scared the ever-living hell out of me. Jesus. Oh, look at that. We're fighting more. It was pretty sneaky. Maybe that one only cost 2 because of how many OP Sneaky there were. Like, holy crap. And if we're gonna be fighting OP Sneaky, let's take Ed-chan off. And let's do it. Let's bring Merlin. In which case, where's that craft essence? Here you are. Prisma Cosmos. Let's give Jolter's craft essence to Ed-chan. I mean to Okita Orita, aka Little Okitan. This should be fine, right? Totally fine. Let's go. Gotta reload, give me a bit of cover. I'll heal you. I can't keep this up anymore. Let's fall back. That'd be just capital thanks. It's no use. I'm afraid it's already begun. Huh? Ugh. Haha, they did it, they did it. Take that, you damn traitors. That's my town, you. You're gonna get attacked as well, Mayor. Huh? Bye-bye. What the? Why? My star. They don't care. God damn it, they're pretty sneaky. Ugh. Damn it, die already. Death to all who resist the Tsar. Rest in peace. Ugh. You bastard! Damn it. This thing packs enough power to stop a demonic beast dead, but these Earth Priest sneaker just won't go down. They're much stronger than the ones from before. Take this. Ugh. What do you think you're doing? That was a civilian. What are you, nuts? He had a weapon on him. Look close, you idiot. That was a broom. Fire, 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 fire. Kill them all. Damn it. Ugh. My arm. Do not open fire on civilians. But boss, they've got guns too. And the old Prishniki are all mixed in among them. We can't just ignore them. Aim for the old Prishniki only. That is all I can say. Right. I cannot believe I am tolerating collateral damage. No kidding. Damn it. Where's Mom? Is she alright? She hasn't come outside, has she? No, she's fine. There's nothing happening near her house. What the? But that was a bomb. Rebel armies bombing us. Those Prishniki are bombing us. What? What's going on? Damn it, now there's a fire. Fire? My house is on fire. This is awful. What do we do? How can we save everyone? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes. We don't know who started that fire, but if it spreads to the rest of the city... I believe it was a dust explosion. It was most likely caused by that group who attacked a grain storehouse earlier. From there, the resulting fire must have reached a warehouse that was filled with oil barrels. Oh, is this the Wandering Swordsman, aka Musashi? But worry not. The blizzard is picking up, so to speak. The fire should go out before it can spread. Ava Capone! Damn, it was Ava Capone. I forgot that he was coming here. I want to see Musashi again, dang it. My apologies for being tardy, Master. But with the extra time I took, I will now be able to properly contain the situation. But really, are you sure? I am. Everything is in place. Now let's turn this mess around, shall we? Golems activate. Shock Ma Bell Infinite. By you, huh? Now you've done, huh? They have two orders. Gather up all weapons, crush your Prishniki. The golems embedded throughout the city are already on the move thanks to the cores set in place, and the buildings I'm using for material. Fortunately, the city, no, in fact, every stone wall in this world is imbued with magical energy. In consequence, it is all especially well suited to making golems. Of course, doing so ends up destroying a large number of stone walls and buildings in the process. But I hope you will agree that it is much better than to lose buildings than to lose lives. While I'm on the subject, I should also mention I was able to keep the fire from spreading by having my golems destroy the surrounding buildings. I had no idea you can use golems like this. No wonder it took you so long to get ready. I do apologize for that. I only wish I had begun setting the course a little sooner. Is there anything else you would like me to do, Master? Is to get out while the getting's good. No, I think that about covers it. True, this is the front line, isn't it? It would certainly be in our best interest to make our retreat. But there is something we must do first. It is time to hold the ones responsible for this mess accountable. Man, oh man, holy crap. I will say this though, it's only been 31 minutes and we're still only on chapter 12. So give or take, these are starting to get a little bit longer. In which case, we've got a long way ahead of us before we're done with this last belt. So once we finish with the first, we can go straight into the second. Although at that time we should have a little bit more leeway. The event that we need the last belt to finish should be around Halloween. Albeit, they don't tend to really put it on the actual holiday. So I think it might be close to like sometime in October that the event should come out. Which is why I've been rushing to get FGO out as much as I could. So give or take, we should have enough time. I'd hope by all that is holy that we would have enough time. If I somehow messed it up and I don't get to do the event, it would drive me insane. Especially with the servant that you get for doing the event. I really want that servant. Alright. Finally. An OP sneaker that does not have a brake bar. And that will go down really freaking fast. The fact that I brought Merlin also gives an extra Buster buff towards Okita's Noble Phantasm. And the fact that our Mr. Code is level 2, it goes up a tiny bit more. Second, Muku Sandan. And this should do it. And section 12 will be over. And then we get to see how long section 13 is. I'm hoping section 13 is like only one. That way we can go to 14. Holy crap, 305,000 damage. That did a lot more than I thought it would. Oh, hey, another snowflower, nice. We need a lot of those for Okita's skills. Very well, that should do it. Now then, let us make a cautious retreat. I placed golems all throughout the city. I can't promise there will be no more entries, but at least there should not be further deaths. Ugh. Please don't kill, huh? Hey, that's my weapon. Yes, you don't need it here. Come back with that. Good. How is the food coming along? We're almost done, thanks to the golem's help. Although we've lost almost a third of what we had originally meant to take. There will have to be enough. Rebel army, it is time to make our retreat. That's the signal to retreat, Master. Good. The OP sneaky should prioritize the golems over us. Let's take this opportunity to retreat as well. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. What the hell am I saying? What if it is fine? So what? I can't visit her now. I already gave up on this town. I abandoned it. Besides, our last bit of food. I left her has got to be gone by now. Hey you! Patsy, you traitor, you joined the rebel Forget about that. What about my mom? Is she okay? Your mother. What are you, stupid? Your mother's dead, all because you joined the rebel army. We gathered as many rocks as we could and stoned her to death ourselves. It's all your fault, and it would never have happened if you hadn't been so weak. Now it's your turn to die, you piece of. Good. That can't be. No, you're lying. You're... No, I know he wasn't lying. I should have known all along. I should have known this city would never let a traitor's family go unpunished. Of course they were going to kill my mother when I gave up on this place. No. This is not my fault. It's not. The rebellion is right. These young are all sinners. We should never have lived in this city. This place always scared me. Even ever since I was a kid, they've always been so ruthless with the weak. Danny used to be the captain of the city's guards, but when he petitioned Old Priest Sneaky for more food on the city's behalf, they killed him on the spot. This city is trash. Worse than trash. Why couldn't Mom just leave? It's my fault she's... No, it's not. It's not. Damn it, Patsy, what are you doing? Come on, we're leaving. Huh. Shit, there's still some pretty sneaky left. Go on and bring up the rear, hurry. I'm sorry. Patsy? Aye. Where's he going? Let's go, Master. Seems Patsy is going his own way now. What happened? Patsy. Were you gonna go after him? I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. What's wrong? It's almost time for our inspection. Oh yes, what's his name? Custodia. Wadim. That's it. I'm told he's a mage from a very old distinguished family. There's plenty of mages from old families. That's nothing special. Wadim's the real deal. He's got the lineage, the skill, and the confidence. I hate to admit it, but there's no better choice for leader than him. The Cryptas are supposed to be competing to see which Lost Spell comes out on top. But we pretty much all know that he's gonna end up winning. You mean at this point in time? Yeah, at this point in time. Good, I'm glad to see you've still got some fight left in you. Here she is, Canis. For a while there, I thought we had scared you off for good. Stand down, I'm pretty sneaky. She is our guest. She is no threat to the Tsar. I might be, depending on what you guys have been up to. If your king turns out to be a useless third-rate weakling, I'm taking him and this whole Lost Spell down. Please stop trying to provoke us. I respect the effort it must have taken to cross the sea in storms just to pay us a visit. But I can't say I approve of you trying to stir up unnecessary trouble. Fighting now benefits no one. Besides, I'd hate to have to cut the number of Wadim's precious divine spirit servants from 3 to 2. Well, listen to you, and here I thought you were just another weakling. Hey, Grand Duchess, is he just acting tough 'cause you're here? Or has he just been keeping his fangs hidden all this time? Do you really need to ask Canis? It's both. I see. And so he's scared and foolhardy, huh? I like that. It means he's still got plenty of room to grow. What do you want? We don't have anything noteworthy to report. Everything is going fine. You call this fine? Yours is the only Lost Spell to put a tree of emptiness hasn't taken root. Hell, yours hasn't even sprouted yet, no wonder my master's concerned. Why do you think he sent me here? He was worried a weakling like you wouldn't be up to the challenge. I'm doing great. Might be a slow start, but that's not exactly anything new for me. My cats and I aren't going to be the last one standing when this is all over. That won't change. I know the Tree of Emptiness hasn't taken root. That's because the Tsar doesn't get why he needs it yet. But it's only a matter of time until he does. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep laying down my groundwork. Ever played Reversi? No, I guess you wouldn't have. Well, let's just say I'm playing the long game. Things will switch up down the line. You got harsh eyes. I can see your ambitions in them. Yes, so you're sucking up to your king while waiting for your chance to turn the tables on him, huh? Fine then, if you can actually put one over on Wadim, that'll make for one hell of a show. Alright, I'll tell him there's no problem in Russia. This Lost Spell's foundation might suck, but its king is as monstrous as they come. Yep, I took a peek at him and he's quite a beast. I don't even think our own Demiurge could take him. Make sure you get a good jump on the other Cryptas, Kadox, and Lupus. You want to look good for your woman, don't you? I think it's sweet and Master and a servant being a couple. Once you made it official, I'll pop over and make her my woman right in front of you. How vulgar. Uncultured boy, I despise your kind. Well, ain't that a coincidence? I can't stand a woman who can't do a damn thing for herself getting fawned over all the time. Are you lonely or something, Canis? Do you need someone to talk to? If it's a tea party you're looking for, I'll grab you a chair right now. Sure thing, I'll be glad to take you up on that when little Miss Grand Duchess ain't around. And hey, listen to that biting wit of yours. How come you keep that under wraps most of the time? Let's just say I know there is a time and place for everything. Now, is that all you have to say? Yeah, that's it. Oh, hey, one more thing. Those Proper Human History guys still here? I'm pretty sure David said they'd be showing up here in Russia. I'm handling them as we speak. They'll be out of the picture soon enough. The hell, you mean you still haven't killed them? Tell you what, I'll do you a favor while I'm here and take care of them for you. I don't think so. This is my lost belt they came to. That makes them my quarry, mine, to deal with as I see fit. Is that so? You sure are pushing your luck, aren't you, human? Almost looking like myself back when I was still alive. Fine, Kadok. I'll see how far the arrogance of yours carries you. You're right, Russia is your game board after all. You just do your best to get first place, but be careful don't get taken by surprise. If you pull it off, maybe then I'll join you for your little tea party. Goodbye, Canis. One obnoxious servant. If you hadn't been here to stop me, I would have ended up killing Canis myself. We don't need any more trouble right now, and we don't want to bother the Tsar either. I wonder if all heroes need to guard her as good as she is. I can't stand how she looks down on us either. Yeah, I know, it's all my fault. Yes, it is, and when something reflects poorly on you, it reflects poorly on me as well. I understand why that is, but it only makes me angrier. I still have some tea leaves Pepe gave me. I know you servants don't need that sort of thing, but I hope it'll at least put you in a better mood. That will depend on how it tastes. Sheesh. Now I'm curious. Why do people like Kadok so much? I don't know why. I mean, I've noticed that Kadok has his own figure. For him to get his own figure, people must really like him, right? I don't know, man. Because when I first saw that he had a figure, I'm like, really? He has a figure? I don't know why. The Man in Gray. Nice, yeah, this is definitely gonna be going over an hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Get the provisions to the storehouse quickly. After that, I want you to sort them into perishables and non-perishables and give the perishables to the children and elderly. Non-combatants, boil some water, prepare to treat the wounded. I want the wounded in a single file line. I'm afraid I get a bit queasy at the sight of blood, so I think I'll go repair my golems instead. I will also have some of my golems keep watch. I believe it would be best for all the Yaga to get some rest now. Thank you, Avacabone. I appreciate that. Think nothing of it, I must say though. It is rather odd hearing you thank me. What do you mean? It's nothing. Let's just say I sense the fate at work. I don't understand that man. Me neither. I'm hungry. Don't worry. I have some meat for you in no time. That'll make you feel better. Patsy. Master. What are you muttering about? He ran away and we didn't go after him. That's all there is to it. Besides, any mage with assault should be used to betrayal. Don't be sad about that mutt running away. Be sad that you flushed your god in this land and how hard it'll be to replace him. Yeah, but I don't think it's really as zealous as had necessarily. I think she's just trying to understand why he left more than anything. I imagine he had his reasons, and of course, we owe him a debt for involving him in all this to begin with. We will just have to hope that he is alright. There's nothing else we can do for him right now. Now, what say we switch gears, Miss Cell? It seems you have finished unloading the food. Perhaps you should inform Miss Atalante. Alright. All the food's put away. Good, thank you, Sal. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your help. If it weren't for you and Avacabone, then the rebel army would have been wiped out today. Or barring that, we may have ended up massacring those townspeople, and we could never have hoped to atone for such a sin. Thankfully, our own losses were minimal, at least. That is what I will tell myself to keep despair at bay. At any rate, I am sorry to ask this of you so soon after getting back, but I have another mission. We learned something in our intelligence gathering for this operation. It did not pertain to the operation, but it is nonetheless very important. It concerns the town of Yaga Tula. Do you remember what I told you before about the soldiers who came to join us and soon ended up leaving again? I'm told that they made their way into the Yaga Tula, ingratiated themselves with their local authorities, and now essentially run the town as their own. Although they've been careful not to do anything that would incur Ivan the Terrible's wrath. Unfortunately, it would seem the Imperial Court's mage, priest, or some such caught wind of those Yaga. We have heard that your Prishniki and her servant have been sent to deal with them, which has thrown the whole town to chaos. But this also puts one of our enemy's stronger operatives alone and unguarded in the field, not counting the Prishniki, of course. This represents an excellent opportunity to eliminate the servant. Unfortunately, Yaga Tula is too far away to send a large force without it being obvious. And sent to one of Avakabone's golems could cross that distance in no time. But if he goes with you, I'm afraid that would leave the golem tier inoperable. In that case, I will set them to obey your commands at Talante. I'm afraid they won't be able to handle complex instructions, but you should have no trouble telling them who to attack or what to carry. That would be more than sufficient. The rebel army should not be going anywhere for the time being. We will remain here to tend to our injured and continue our training. By the way, about Potsy. Yes, I heard the report. That sort of thing happens all the time. Though it may have been a poor choice on his part to run away in Yaga Smolensk, of all places. I only hope your Prishniki have not killed him. I'll get ready to leave right away. Anyway, I'll head off to Yaga Tula. I believe it would be in your best interest to rest for a while, but if that is your wish, I will not stand in your way. Well, since you look to be going against another servant, I reckon I'll tag along. Atalanta, you got any notion of who this servant may be? Yes, it seems he has not been at all shy about announcing his name. He is called Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Huh? Amadeus? You mean the fake Amadeus? Damn it, what is that thing? I'd rather fight the Oprishniki any day of the week. Fear me, my shriek shall shatter your eardrums and my claws shall slice the very darkness itself. I shall execute you all and see that your sins are punished. There's no refuge for evil in this world. Ugh. Another wrong made right. It is unclear whether there is meaning to this justice, but as I am a servant, this is how things must be. Repent for your misdeeds and rest in peace. In this lost spell, death is the closest he will come to salvation. There he is. It's a servant who come on, shoot him quickly. Damn it, he's gone. Where is he? Where'd he go? Maybe if we follow his scent. Behind you. What do you imagine that will accomplish? You Yaga certainly are resilient. Even I cannot kill you unless I cut off your heads. I caught one. Damn it, let me go. Do not fret, I will just as soon as you tell me what I need to know. Are you part of the rebel army? Hell no, we're not. Don't go lumping us in with those sissies. As you are the ones who have ended up captured, I have to believe that they are the more capable bunch. Shut up. Hand over your food. If we don't eat, we're gonna starve to death. Tell me, have you ever heard anyone play the piano? Huh, piano? What's that? Put him out of his misery, Oprishniki. Those of his profession do not deserve such a grand reward. Hey, stop that! Get away from! Why? Why is there no music to be found here? Why does no one even attempt to open their mind and lend an ear to the arts, to the poetry of sound, to the whispers of the heavens? I suppose everyone who lives in this chilling hellscape is far too preoccupied with survival to appreciate the finer things in life. What are your orders? Are there any bandits still alive? Yes, one. Torture him as you desire, then release him. Release an enemy of the Tsar. You heard me. Release him and he shall make his way to those with power. he will run to the rebel army for help, and thus lead us right to them. I would ask why you couldn't think of something so simple, but I suppose that would be too much to expect of denizens of dreams such as yourselves. Nonetheless, I know of what I speak when I say that letting this one go will help us eliminate Tsar's enemies. Resist the urge to slaughter him now. This blizzard batters my cranium. Why am I here? What purpose am I meant to serve? To defeat the Tsar? Okay, see you later. Wait, be careful. Oh, while you're out there, I would appreciate it if you could also deliver a manifesto to the villages you find along the way. Could I ask that of you? The sooner we have enough power to attack the capital, the sooner we can be free of the Tsar's tyranny. At the moment, though, we still have a great deal to do before we are able to free this world. Hey, guess we won't be seeing you around for a while. You guys really saved our Krishat bacon back there. Bye-bye, Miss Weakling. Hey, don't be so rude to Cell. But she's human, right? Aren't humans weak? I heard that's why they all died out a long time ago, so I'm real surprised to see some now. Don't be stupid, these humans are here because they're strong. So strong they'll kill you if you keep mouthing off to them like that. Okay, sorry. Don't worry, we're not going to kill you. Why did you say we would kill her? For us, the idea that the strong get to eat is absolutely everything. It affects every aspect of our lives. I've had that idea imprinted on me ever since I was a pup, myself, and I was basically agreeing with it. See you later, bring me back a souvenir. I don't know if there'll be any souvenirs, but I'll try. I finished making adjustments to your Golem Master. Thankfully, the blizzard is rather mild today, at least by this world standards. I believe it would be best to take advantage of that to make as much progress as you can. And then there are the manifestos that Talento asks you to deliver. Please make sure you're well prepared before you head out, Master. Don't forget to check your Arctic Mystic Code. Indeed, this cold is so severe that any slit in your Mystic Code could quickly lead to frostbite, and the curses on the affected body part. Even with your Magecraft protection, I do hope you will be careful out there, Master. Alright, I'm heading out. My goal was always to unite all the servants summoned to this land and overthrow Ivan the Terrible alongside the rebel army. And now, thanks to the Master of Chaldea, that goal actually seems attainable, rather than a pipe dream. My head is killing me. I suppose even servants cannot always get what they want. When my pipe dream becomes reality, I wonder if I will wake from this dream too. Something's gonna happen to London. Let me go, damn it! So you were a survivor from the rebel army. Unfortunately, you were the only one I was able to capture. The OP Sneak have a terrible time exercising control at times like this, you see. In that sense, you should count yourself lucky. I hope you understand that much. Tch. Just so you know, I'm only a new recruit. I don't remember anything. I see, so you lack confidence in memory, eh? I appreciate you telling me that before we begin. Your kind are quite durable indeed. We could be out here all day if we take things one question at a time. What was that? I said you all have a high tolerance for pain. Thanks to your dull senses of it, all the more so if you're prepared to give up your lives. In my experience, you cannot make a Yogg talk, whether you whip off his claws, break his limbs, or even toss him in a dark hole for a month. The OP sneaky methods of torture only ever end up killing you. It's a tremendous waste of time. Is that so? If you're gonna kill me, then kill me already. I can't do that, my young Yaga. As you can see, I'm a man of the cloth, here to spread God's word. I would like to avoid taking life unless strictly necessary. Besides, I have something else in mind. There's a test of sorts I've been meaning to try out. Sneaky. We'll be taking this Yaga with us. Do be careful with him. Yes, sir. What are you planning to make me do? I believe you said you lacked confidence in your memories. Then you have cause to rejoice. I'm going to give you the shock of a lifetime. What, are you gonna are you gonna mess with his memories and have him remember everything about his past, even that of a human. The man in gray fighting a berserker. Alright. I was wondering why I wasn't running into any, that many casters. I was for whatever reason on the extra class. Now, since we're fighting a berserker, we don't really need to have, Merlin. So now, let's bring Ishtar, why not? Let's also give her the craft essence that she needs. This one. And we should be good to go. Oh, we can't understand much anymore. Sorry, we're back online. I'm afraid our transmission is cutting in and out. It might be because of how fast you're moving. Can't you track a master even without communicating with her? Yes, of course. I'm monitoring her right now. Perhaps we should slow down for a while and take a moment to make a report. Why don't we take a break or even set up camp for the night? Well, that sounds like a fine idea. I'll confess I'm about ridden down. What do you think, Master? You must be tired as well now. You bet I am. Woohoo! Break time. Well, before we do... I see. There are demonic beasts nearby. Then let us take care of them first. Alright then, it's hunting time. Out of 1 and 2. Holy crap, these boys have a lot of health. Alright, Ishtar and Okitan. I'm really hoping you can take them out relatively quickly. We have 11 crit stars, so hopefully we can get some crits going next turn. So do this, this, then this. That was perfect. 70% chance to crit. Doesn't crit. Well, I think that was what? 20% on the other one? And she crit. Makes total freaking sense, doesn't it? Ooh, and that time she actually crit as well. Going into the final one with 19 crit stars. Arigato! You just saved us so much time. Now to just make Okita become really freaking powerful. They will never be able to survive this because they're berserkers. And there's only 3 of them as well. Yep. Zekken, Mercure Sandan. And goodbye. That with a bust of Brave Chain as well for the Noble Phantasm. Hey, Askerid. 368,841 damage. Thank you for turn battle. That was really fast. Are we getting story right now, or are you gonna have story after? Okay. Are you alright, Master? You're not too cold, are you? It's actually pretty warm in here. I'm fine thanks to the wall golems. Seems like you can make golems out of just about anything, huh, Avacabone? Stones, trees, metals, you can just use all kinds of stuff, can't you? You're correct, for the most part. Well, there's no shortage of snow around here. Could you make a golem out of that? Snow golems there, Even decide what to use as a core. Imagine it would be rather difficult to accumulate and maintain the material. Although they would have an advantage in that they would be difficult to physically destroy, as they could always just reassemble themselves from all the snow around them. But no, it just wouldn't work. No matter how I run the numbers, the average core just would not be capable of accumulating sufficient quantities of snow. Using more valuable materials for the core would only result in golems that would nigh impossible to destroy, or otherwise exceptionally weak. What do you think, Master? All this Macecraft stuff's a little over my head. What if he froze them? True, this temperature is low enough to freeze almost anything instantly. Resulting golems would still have limited capabilities, but that would be a better trade-off, yes. You really do love golems, don't you, Avacabone? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I simply dislike humans. Huh? Say what? Oh, I don't mean that. I despise them. My apologies, I should have chosen my words more carefully. I only meant that I find interacting with humans troublesome and tend to avoid it as much as possible. That is just the sort of person I am. So then why are you okay talking like this? Since becoming a servant, I've realized the error of my ways, at least in part. So I decided I should continue to talk to others, no matter how reluctant I may be to do so. Oh, if you find it unpleasant, we would be happy to keep quiet. No, that would not do. That would not do at all, Marsh. While it is fair to say that I do not like humans, I did try to save them to the best of my ability. I did so in life, and I continue to do so in death, but I'm still not sure why, and that troubles me. Giants are supposed to be immortal. They must not be allowed to die. If they do, that will be my fault. Avacabone. Apologies, I didn't mean to lose my composure. At any rate, I feel as though I'm very close to a breakthrough, and if I'm to find it, I need to continue talking with all of you. So don't worry how I feel about it. I want us to continue to talk freely amongst ourselves. You know, I can't help thinking... Yes? You kind of just make it harder for us to talk freely. If you hadn't said that, this wouldn't be an issue now. That's true, you make an excellent point. Maybe so, but I'm still glad you told us. I think it was very important that you did. Your experience may exist to protect humanity, but it doesn't mean they all feel the same way about it. Some used to be human, some are descended from gods, some are never human at all. But whoever they used to be, we're all allies now. Maybe, but we're not going to argue about this now. True, this may sound impertinent, but the fact is that we are indeed allies now. We are our own community. Ah, that reminds me, Holmes, you around? Yes, I'm here. What is it? I'm just mighty curious about what's going on outside Russia right now. How is it looking out there? I'm afraid we are not in position to find that out just yet. There's an enormous storm in the wall that surrounds all of Russia, you see. That said, the paper moon did show us what Earth currently looks like when we emerged here. It's become a smooth, perfectly round planet. Not a single sign of nature exists to be found. This ain't nothing of civilization. There may be some slight variations in elevation, but there are no mountains surpassing 1,000 meters that we have seen. The only things remaining on this now empty world are 7 abnormal regions, each of roughly the same scale as this version of Russia. I'm afraid that's all we know right now. Well, ain't that just perfect, because Russia ain't the only place that changed more in a bit. My memories are all still a bit of blur, but there's one thing I know with a certainty. I'm damn sure the place I lived my whole life was a nice, easygoing world where there weren't no trouble that couldn't be solved with a bullet. Now then, before we continue on our way to tomorrow, I believe we should stop at the nearby village and hand out the manifesto. Yes? Go away, servants. Leave now and don't come back. Oh, may I ask why? If you know that we are servants rather than humans, then why do you speak to us like that? I know that you servants are inhuman monsters. That's why I want you to go away. If that still isn't enough for you, then go ahead and kill me first. Are you that scared of Yvonne and Terrible? You lot see your neighbor village on that map of yours? Yeah, I see it. Why do you ask? Go there and you will see a sign of the Tsar's power, then I'm sure you'll understand. So long as that reminder is there, we can never even dream of defying him. Well, that was certainly not the warmest of welcomes. Nonetheless, I'm curious about the sign of the Tsar. I suggest we head there now and see what we can learn from it. What do you think, Billy? Well, I suppose it's alright with me, but I gotta tell you I ain't got a real bad feeling about this, but sometimes you just gotta charge into the lion's den. I ain't too keen on sticking around in this village any longer than we gotta. Let's get a move on. What happened here? Did an earthquake hit here? Maybe a twister. Damn. How terrible. What a horrible disaster this must have been. It's downright awful. What is it? We can't see anything on our end. Maybe the comms are acting up. Very well, I'll try to fix them. You, a technician? Don't do it. Are you trying to break our equipment, old man? Looking for an excuse to replace it or something? In case you somehow forgot, we can't just go buy a new one here. If we break it, I'm bringing a replacement from your quarters. You dare talk to your commander like that? Marsh, use your dummy powers to give Minier the spanking of his life. Weekend or not, you are still a servant, aren't you? Then get in there and shut his coccyx. Jesus. I'm sorry, Director. I can't follow an order like that. How? Why would you ever even think to do something like that? Very well, if you would be so kind as to describe the scene for us, I should have no difficulty piecing together what happened. I ain't rightly sure, Holmes. Not a lot to describe. Can't say much more than the place has been just about completely obliterated. There are, of course, no survivors to be found. As it appeared to have been burned to the ground. What do you think, Billy? Don't look that way, no scorch marks on what's left of the houses or anything like that. Besides, I got a feeling fire don't take well to the conditions around here. Don't be seen much burning. True, likely not to work with pretty sneaky either. They wouldn't have no need to destroy these homes. Tell me, Miss Sal, is there anything that strikes you about this scene? Anything at all? I feel like I've seen this before. It kind of reminds me of the aftermath of the Tunguska event. The great mid-air explosions had to be observable all the way from London. I believe that was caused by a comet or an asteroid. You know, now that you mention it, does look like someone crashed those houses from above. But it still somehow wasn't enough, so we got a crater here. Well, what are we dealing with here? Some kind of space rock or something else entirely? Whatever the case, this is the power we face by opposing Ivana Terrible. The Yaga here all died instantly without even a moment to be frightened. No wonder that other village is so terrified. It would seem there is little to be gained by handing out the manifesto here. Yeah, I suppose we might as well just head straight for our destination then. Well, no time like the present. Let's go find out if this Mozart fella is the sort of monster we can beat or the sort we can befriend. However the chips fall, my 6-shooter will help us see it through. That's like how my terrible voice for you is back. It only took an hour, but the terrible voice I gave him is back. Yaga Tula. We are fighting an Avenger. And hey, this time, thanks to the little update, we know that casters are beating assassins, berserkers are beating Avengers, and that alter egos can beat assassins. And the only other person? Rulers. Actually. Yeah, rulers are weak to Avengers. Avengers. Okay, yeah, Moon Cancer, so BB. Let's do it. Here we are. Sel, would you mind pulling your hood lower to hide your face? One cannot be too careful after all. I'll just go ahead and use my spirit form then. It does seem lively here, despite the late hour. It would be much easier to acquire information if Potsy was still here with us. But since he isn't, the best we can hope to do is eavesdrop. Wait just a moment, please. Oh, Shum, may I ask why you're putting your hand to the wall? Why to eavesdrop, of course. The SARS. Long live the SAR. Priest Nikki killed. Not enough demonic beast leather. As a monster. I've been hearing strange sounds lately. Speaking of the sounds, the SAR. Not joking. He said he saw an old-fashioned human with his own eyes. Ah, here we are. They said they were at an old church, you know, the one up north. If we beat them, we'd still got a shot at winning. Don't be stupid. Even if that's true, we're talking about someone with the old priest Nikki take orders from. We can't possibly beat someone like that. Nothing good can come from defying the SAR. Don't give me that crap now. I'm sick of the damn SAR. He pawns everything off on old priest Nikki, and when he goes out of his own, all he does is wipe another village or a town off the map. And when he's not doing that, he doesn't even try to help us. We're the ones who built this city. The SAR didn't do shit. Yeah, but so what? You know how strong the SAR is. That's what it all comes down to in the end. We know that in our bones. There's not a single thing we can do in the face of such monstrous power. The only hope we have got is that he doesn't wake up. As long as he stays asleep, we can manage to get by. Damn, no priest Nikki. They're nothing but the SAR's dogs. Do we have no choice but to kowtow to them? There we go. I just learned that a mysterious servant is supposedly staying at an old church. Is there anything you can't do? All I did was apply my golden spell in a different manner. In truth, the technique does not lend itself very well to finding the specific information. It was simply good fortune that I happened to find what we sought. That alone demonstrates how many Yaga are talking about this. In any case, shall we pay this church a visit? Sure thing. So this is the church. I don't detect any movement around here. Indeed. Nor do I see anything out of the place that a servant might have left behind. Same here, it just looks like an ordinary neglected church. What do you think, Holmes? Imagine a detective of your caliber may find something we cannot. Well, it's a bit difficult to get a clear picture over the monitor, but... Yes, I do see signs that a servant was here. It seems the servant in question to use this church as a base of operations. I believe this place does have a similar function to a caster's workshop. He must have felt very much at home. Well, ain't that something? You really are a great detective. That was my analysis at work, thank you very much. All Holmes did was look after the summary. Come on, Holmes, you're better than that. Drat, I've been found out. I suppose I got a bit carried away. I'm afraid I've been under a great deal of stress lately, since I haven't been able to make many biting deductions. I do apologize. That's rich coming from you, Detective Happy-Go-Lucky, as if you've ever had a stressful day in your life. You would make Adolf. There are some mysteries that simply cannot be solved. That alone is a great source of stress for me. Very well then, if the servant is staying here, why don't we wait for him to return? Like with our Capone Master, it must have been exhausting to come all this way in only 2 days. It seems like a good opportunity to rest up, and I urge you to take it. These benches made out to make for the most comfortable beds, but I suspect they will be considerably better than simply sitting down. Okay, I'll get some sleep. Good night, Marsh, and thank you. Good point, it is nice and warm in here. Of course, Master, I'll wake you up if anything happens. No way, you really have no idea. Never mind their maidcraft alignment, you don't even know their names. You're kidding, I didn't know you were so cold-hearted, Zell. In that case, you really can't blame them if they wake up and pissed off at you, can you, after all? You stole everything from them, their jobs, their purpose, even their place at Chaldea. Not my fault they suck. Come now, you really don't know. All the miracles you performed are about to be destroyed at the hands of the very paragon of mediocrity. Master! Master! Are you alright, Master? You looked like you were having a nightmare. I'm fine. It's nothing. Thank goodness. For a moment I was afraid one of your dreams had taken you to another world again. I won't be dream hopping yet. I hope. That really happened before. Oh hey, you know what? Speaking of dream hopping, could we potentially hop into the Tsar's dreams and fight him in there? That'd be kind of neat. Yes, several times. At any rate, Ava Cabron. I know, he's here. Well then, time to answer that age-old question. Pull the trigger or not to pull the trigger? Is it the servant? Yes, it is. The servant we believe to be Amadeus is standing in front of the church. He appears to be keeping his magical energy restrained. But he's also not moving from his position. Yes, he's calling us out. What will you do, Master? Let's go out and try talking to him first. Let's do this thing. You certainly like to go with the flow, as they say at times, don't you? Pretty much. Watch out above you. Whoa there. Well, that was a rather rude way to introduce oneself. Is that Amadeus? Well, well. Here I am, waiting for more filthy rebel soldiers to show up. Who shall I meet but the Chaldeans? There is no place for you in this lost belt, Chaldeans. You only escape now as death at my hands. You sure about that? Lost belt, is that what he just said? Aha, that's it. If this land's textures have been overwritten, that would make this a belt. Ah, this is the final piece of the puzzle needed to complete my hypothesis. Alright. Whoa, wait, look at you all done it up. That's some kind of suit, or would you call it armor? You telling me that's Amadeus? I can't get a good reading on his spirit origin. He could be Amadeus, but he could also be someone else. Regardless of who he is, the spirits seem to agree on one thing: he is very much a harbinger of death. God's love is nowhere to be here. Found here, there is only the hunt. As I am no longer human, I shall grant you the gift of death. Are you really Amadeus? Silence, 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 silence. My name is Amadeus. It must be or else. God will never forgive me. Hey, it's a 1 of 3 battle. Oh, nice! A fighting regular old ghosts. Alright. I'm fine with that. Hopefully BB can take one out. Nice. Okita took out another one. We got our defenses up. Okita's getting her quick crit stars. I don't know why I had to stop and think on that. And now she's also got Noble Phantasm. This is fan-freaking-tastic. I might use her Noble Phantasm here. Never mind, there's only 2 enemies. So do that, that, and then that. There goes 1. And 2. We have no more defense, but we now have BB's Noble Phantasm. He has a ton of enemies on his side, and he has a break bar. That is all completely freaking fine. Now, how's about this? Yes, I just used her... Oh, okay, so that's also new. I used her buffs, but it should be fine for now. BB, what were your other abilities? Crit rates. Can you stun him? Good. So, BB China.
見たいですか
Get some quick
残酷に
crit stars going.
さあ喜びなさい声は静かに私の神は世界をドロドロにしたファーストキューピッドクレンザー
Yeah, there goes his first break ball already. And he's stunned, so he can't do anything right now. He just sucked up 2 of his allies to bolster his damage.
寝てないぞ
Alright then, fool.
寝てた
You wanna do it like that? Let's do it like that. Zekken, Muku Sandan.
残酷に私
Go, BB Chanaru! Damage him as best as you can after we get this done.
残光を束ねて
He just lost 2 of his allies right now. He now takes increased damage from Buster. 35,000 damage crit. I love it. Another crit. Fan-freaking-tastic. What a moron! No, he is literally a freaking moron. Because he just bolstered BB up to actually being able to use her Noble Phantasm again. BB Chanaru!
私の変身
Do that, and pretty much, it's GG's from Amadeus Altar. All we need to do is take out the rest of his ghost pals, and we are good to go. Ironically enough, I stated that this might last until an hour and 30 minutes. I was right. That is currently an hour and 31 right now, almost an hour 32 minutes. And we are still technically doing battle with them, yes. But it's also over. So we did end up getting to do 2 parts. Chapters. Which is not bad at all. Oh, hey, can you idiots attack Okita? I kind of want you to help her get a Noble Phantasm up. Please?
そういうことあ
I don't know. It's no, isn't it? Attack Okita. Dang, I don't think that's enough.
本気出してしまうか
Dang, it was not enough. Just in case. So do that. And that. Well, now she has a Noble Phantasm. Goodbye, Ghost F. You're not doing a powerful attack. And just to make sure that we can finish you off, Zekken, Muku Sandan.
煉獄そういうことか
And in 10 turns, we managed to do it. That wasn't actually that difficult.
残光を束ね
Albeit, yes, there could potentially be another fight with him soon. But right now, this is the end of the chapter,
隠してグレート
which
ビビリのビビ
is
ちゃんは今日の
fantastic.
可愛いのでした
Although Party's probably already in dire straits to where he brought them to where the rebels are. And that is not a good thing at all. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but what is it? Did you really kill him? I mean, I'm sure you didn't kill him directly. But come on, you know, there's all sorts of indirect ways to kill someone, right? You think I killed him? Don't be stupid. Right, of course. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. No, I really mean it. Don't be stupid. Of course I killed him. Yes, I killed Amadeus myself. I'm the one who requested a requiem in D minor. It was I'm the reason the great prodigy is dead. Preposterous, how unfortunate I would be if only that were true. I couldn't kill him. I just couldn't. Not because we were good friends. or even acquaintances, but because I couldn't bring myself to snuff out the life of one with such God-given talent. That is who Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was. Mozart. And yet the world, myself included, cannot but seek someone to blame for the death of one such as he. So we told ourselves that some fool must have driven him to the depths of hell, all because they envied his divine symphonies. And also that we could avoid facing the most hellish truth ourselves, that even the composer of his incredible talent could die as easily as anyone else. That is how I was remade, yes, remade. But that's okay. That's how it should be. I loved him, I envied him, I yearned for him, I respected him, I admired him, looked up to him. So to bear the honor of being the one to kill that great prodigy, I could ask for no greater gift of God. Still, that said, I feel like he once told me something much more important. Please, just listen to me. There's nothing for us to discuss. Gotcha, you masked bastard. God damn it. It's not him. That's not Amadeus at all. He doesn't look anything like him, and his spirit origin is different. Not even being an altar could explain this much difference. Who are you, really? I'm not Amadeus, damn it. I'm not Amadeus. Miss Cell, look out, it's an ambush. You guys must be working with old-fashioned radar. That explains why it was so easy to sneak up on you. Huh, that voice? Stand by. Oh, pretty sneaky. This is the one I've been waiting for. Looks like the court musician isn't doing so hot. Well, that's okay. I wasn't gonna need him much longer anyway. Goodbye, Salieri. Salieri. So that was Antonio Salieri. Kadok, is that you? Much Kiriraito. Oh, you're just using comms. Now then. I know it's kind of cliched, but some things just gotta be said, you know. We meet at last, the last mass of humanity. My name's Kadok Zamlupis. I'm the scripter in charge of this lost belt. Hey! We just ran into Kadok, or technically he ran into us. We finally get to meet face to face. Alright. Now here's the thing. Kadok was supposedly the bottom rung, the worst of the masters in the top rankings. We were always ostracized, at least by Olga, as a worthless master. The fat dude, what's his name? Our supposed leader, I've already forgotten his name, calls us a worthless master who just got really lucky. So technically, we should be able to see eye to eye, right? Probably not. But again, there has to be some reason why he has a figure, right? Other than the fact that he's a fake character. I've been here pretty much at the beginning of you humming. Really nice march. Hey, next part's called Lost Belt, alright. But yeah, with that, I'm going to end this episode here. That was a long one. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next one. We will be doing section 14, which only has 2. Lost Belt. Then if the next one has 2, that'll be 15. And then if 16 is short enough, we might be able to go and do 16 as well, which then leaves 20, 21, 22, 20, yeah. Then we'll only have 6 sections left of Lost Belt 1. And then we will finish our first Lost Belt. Then we get to go on to the second one. Oh boy. That's gonna be difficult. So yeah, till then, see you guys later.